So this is the secret language of Kyoto, Japan that I will be sharing with you that makes even some people born within the prefecture feel like they're not locals. So this almost secret code way of speaking dates back to Japan's royal court, when Kyoto used to be the old imperial capital of the nation. Back then, a slightly underhanded and extremely indirect way of communicating evolved, because as it was explained to me, back in royal court days, people did have to be extremely polite to your face, but behind the scenes there was a fair amount of scheming and rumor mongering, not unlike many historical dramas I am fond of. Cultural anthropologists have speculated that this may be one of the reasons that Kyoto's unique dialect has evolved to be one of the most indirect way of speaking within all of Japan. The Japanese language as a whole is already a relatively indirect one, with a lot more reading in between the lines or inferring what the speaker truly means based on context, especially compared to English. But Kyoto dialect takes this to the next level, and here are some examples. When you're hosting people over at your house and you want them to leave, instead of saying, "Hey, it's getting kinda late, I got stuff to do, let's pick this up next time," secret code of Kyoto is, "Hey, that's a really nice watch you have there. それはとても素敵な時計ですよね." So that the person you want to leave will look at their own watch, see that, "Hey, it's getting late, I should head out." A very indirect way of getting someone to leave your home. Now, I lived in Kyoto for over a year, and I have to say I never saw any of this. And maybe that any of this social dialect people used to communicate with each other just went over my head, or that I didn't really run in social circles that held too much pride in their old blood Kyoto heritage. Maybe a bit of both, but my friend who is a doctor worked at a clinic in Tokyo, and that very much was his social scene. He told me that during conversation, old blood Kyoto doctors would often say to him, "The way you speak, it's very pretty Japanese." And he remembered thinking, wow, that's kind of a strange thing for one Japanese dude to be saying to another Japanese dude. But looking back, after years of working there, he believes it was kind of like the way of them talking to each other within the group, saying that it's clear that you are not from here by the way you speak, because of your pretty standardized Tokyo dialect way of speaking Japanese. And he said he faced stuff like that constantly within the social circle of people whose grandparents were all from Kyoto. And he said he never felt like it was malicious, but it was interesting and distinct. So stuff like this doesn't really bother me at all. In fact, I'm more on the side of feeling that archaic, old world cultural things like this are really interesting. But I can easily see how if I was born and raised in Kyoto and there was another group of people from Kyoto that thought that they were more Kyoto than me because their grandpa's grandpa was from Kyoto, it would be annoying. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, and please let me know if you'd like me to share more Japanese ways of saying things indirectly.